preview screening of this movie. I think they saw like half an hour or 10 minutes or something. I know you saw the 10 minutes, but the thing is, there was a load of critics that came out and gave it a really bad review based on that and said like, oh, the comedy falls flat, it's not funny, it doesn't work for the movie, and all this. I want to know, which movie were they watching exactly?
I'm curious about that as well. It's like, I know...
It was perfectly... the tone was perfect, the pacing was great.
Yeah. I heard...
It wasn't too long a minute, but that's a good thing.
Yeah. I think from what I heard they took out the sort of the love story between Chris Pratt's character and Zoe Sonner's character.
I mean, there's a flirtation in the comics. Yeah. It's never really a love story.
No, yeah, I think they took that out because I heard, and even in the trailers, there's hinting more towards that, to be honest. And I think
there were definitely scenes missing because there was some like sort of sexy-looking Zoe Saldana shots in the trailer that weren't actually in the movie.
Yeah, I think they probably took those out because that I'll be honest, I think that would have slowed down the film.
Yeah, I'm not interested in the love story in that movie.
No.
I mean, there's still elements there, but it's still basically the flirtation, and it's more of a family thing. Like, he cares about her, but he's not actually trying to have sex with her. Like, clearly he gets enough of that anyway.
No, it's true. It's like you find out in the very open sequence of the film when he's trying to escape the Romans men and stuff like that, and he's in the spaceship, and you find out there's a girl down in his room and stuff like that, and he completely forgot she was there.
And he can't remember her name. And there's that one line though that I just loved where someone, Gamora says, "Your ship is filthy," and she walks away, and he goes, "Oh, you have no idea. If I had a black light in here."
It'd be like a Jackson Pollock painting.
That's it, yeah.
And then Rocket's like...
Dude, you're sick.
Yeah. Quill, you got problems. And that was a very good scene. And I think another person who really surprised me who got a performance out of is Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I was surprised he was as good as he was. I mean, I had slightly more faith in him than you did because I had no concept of what he's like anyway. I just think if they hired him, and they don't seem to be hiring bad actors in the Marvel Universe. Like, I've yet to see a bad actor in any of the films.
I give him credit for this. I've seen him in like 1 or 2 stuff before this, and the thing is with Dave Bautista, he can act when he wants to, but...
It has to be a project he cares about.
Yeah, that's the thing. And sure enough, he performed it really well, and he even got on record saying when he got the part, he actually went off and did acting lessons to be a better actor.
That's really good. Like, obviously, it's interesting because he did that thing where he was at Comic-Con, was it last year? I think
it was last year, when they first announced the film.
Yeah, he blatantly came out and said, because people kept like asking, like, how did you get this part of all people? And he actually said on the panel, like, I honestly don't know why I got this part, like, and he was like proper worried about his performance, just like, I don't know why I got it and all this.
Yeah.
And like Kevin Feige came out and said, just said in the middle of the panel, like, he got the part because he's a damn good actor.
Yeah.
End of.
Yeah, he really did well, and I think his sort of personality as an actual person, also as an entertainment, as a wrestler, sort of helped, because Drax the Destroyer is very straight-minded sort of type of person in this film, and also I'm not too sure in the comics. I read a little bit of Guardian of the Galaxy in the comics, but that's what the impression I got of Drax.
He is a very tragic character. He was given a lot more of an emotional arc than most characters in the movie, which is interesting that they gave it to the wrestler. But he did a damn good job with it. Like, I was impressed.
He even delivered when he had to give the emotional speech when he was saying, "Look, I realise I'm an idiot and stuff like that, and I don't deserve to live in it." And that did pay off quite well because it really developed his character and also Rocket's character as well. When he's saying to him, he sort of said, "Oh, boo hoo hoo, you lost your family. We all lost someone." And I thought, wow, they're really building the character. Then it paid off as a very funny joke when Rocket started beating up grass.
Yeah. You're making me beat grass!
Yeah. Oh, God. Speaking of Rocket, Bradley Cooper as Rocket, how do you feel about him?
As everyone seems to know who's a fan of the comics, Rocket Raccoon was actually British in the comics. He had a British accent. I was fine with him having the American accent, though. Bradley Cooper did a great job. But as soon as I heard that David Tennant was the second in line to do it, and he's actually British, well, he's Scottish.
Yeah. You could do a British
accent. I kind of want to see what his version would have been like.
Yeah.
At the same time, not enough to where I wouldn't want the Bradley Cooper version anymore.
again,
he did a really good job.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper did a very good job, and the thing I think he did a good job was that he made me care about a raccoon who was experimented on and made into an alien life form at one point in the bar sequence when he was getting drunk with Groot and Drax.
Yeah, and it really showed the genius as well with Rocket. Like, he wasn't just a comedic character, like, he was building stuff, like weapons and...
Well, he's the reason why they got out of the space prison in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, like, a lot of people think, oh, you can have a pure CG character, they imagine Jar Jar Binks. Well, Jar Jar Binks, I think, was actually mentally retarded. Whereas Rocket Raccoon is a genius. That's one of the big differences. Plus, okay, he's played up for laughs at certain points, but so's Groot, and Groot was amazing as well.
Oh, Groot was amazing. Vin Diesel was Groot. That was really good.
Yeah. There was actually some emotional story, like there was emotional tone behind his voice, which I think you told me about. He was given Groot's lines actually in English as well, just so he could read both back to back and actually
get an idea of
the emotion from one in the other.
Yeah,
that's a really smart way of doing it.
That's what I heard. Heard that basically there was two versions of the script. There had his version, which basically had the actual dialogue where he actually said, and then in the normal version just said "I am Groot." And I wouldn't be surprised that's true, because James Gunn is one of these directors which I have read about. He does go into final detail when it comes to this sort of stuff. And
he's a really good director. I mean, I know you don't like Super.
I do like Sliver.
You like Slither?
Yeah, I like Slither.
Yeah, Slither I like as well, but I really like Super. I really like... there was another thing. It wasn't Movie 43, but he did something that I'm thinking. I think it was on the internet. Oh, the PG porn thing. Nathan Fillion.
I never seen that, so I can't really say. If
that was hilarious. You should give that a watch. It's really funny.
But yeah, Groot. A lot of people, I think Groot stole the show at some points. That was the thing as well. He's had some really good moments and stuff like that. And it's funny because did you notice when they mentioned in the trailer, they mentioned the potted plant, but they took that line out in the actual theatrical film?
I didn't notice that they'd done that, but now you mention it, it does sound familiar.
Yeah, because in the trailer they say, "Oh, he's been travelling around with his potted plant Groot," and they took that line out in the theatrical thing. Mm-hmm. And then at the very end, sure enough, Groot does become a potted plant, which I thought was quite funny, because he's like in the comics, he is a potted plant.
Yeah.
For most of the time. And he has some really cute moments and stuff like that. And he even sacrifices himself to save everyone as well.
Yeah, and obviously there was a point where I thought, I knew he wasn't going to die, obviously, because I know how Groot works. You say, like, I know that he can regrow from a tiny little thing back into his full self.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting them to reveal that part of him so early. Like, I thought maybe for a sequel they would do that, and like people would actually genuinely think he was going to die.
Yeah.
Because it means they can't really do that again now, which is...
Yeah, I know, that was a bit unfortunate, but it was interesting, my way.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
You know what actually would have been cool? It's when he actually had the potted plant, and Groot did die, and Rocket got it in there. And you know the sequence when you see at the end, we see Dave Bautista's character Drax, when he's like sharpening his knives, and then you see Groot start dancing in the pot. That would have been quite cool if that was the reveal that he was still alive.
Yeah,
that would have been quite fun.
I loved it. I thought Baby Groot was hilarious. Like, it was just so good.
Yeah. What do you think of Zoe?
She was the character I was least interested by in the movie, but she's still good. Like,
she played a good performance.
Yeah, it was a decent performance. I don't know, it was just, I didn't really care about her character that much.
Yeah. I'm surprised we've gone this long without speaking about Nova yet, Carey Gilligan's character.
Yeah, Karen Gillan was brilliant in it.
Yeah. It was just me. Yeah. It was just me, but did she look good in that costume? I don't know.
She did look good.
Yeah.
Even with all that, like, blue face, bald head, and like all the Cybertronics and that, I still would.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
she put in a really good performance, I thought, and
What do
it's good because I wonder what the sort of shock difference was between when she was acting in that, like after Doctor Who. Like she probably thought Doctor Who, like that's a very big sci-fi thing, and she walks on the set of this and is like, oh wow, this is what it's like to have been a sci-fi movie with a budget.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Doctor Who does some amazing stuff, but you just look at like one sequence from Guardians, you can tell it cost more than a whole episode of Doctor Who did.
Oh yeah, exactly. Probably a whole more, yeah. But yeah, the other thing which we haven't talked about yet is the villains. Who speaks right now.
Roman, I mean, I was okay with him being just a big bad because he was acting off like the silly, kooky characters of the main cast.
Yeah.
So it actually worked really well as like a contrast between them and the bad guy. Yeah. I wouldn't want a silly bad guy.
No, he was playing the straight man. Is probably the best way to put it. And it worked for him. That's the thing. And he played as a really good bad guy. And who's the guy who played Roman again?
Lee Pace, I think.
Yeah, Lee Pace. I thought he was good. That's the thing. I thought it was a very good.
He is a good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever seen him on Pushing Daisies, he's really good in that.
Yeah.
It's a shame that show got cancelled, but yeah, that was a really good show, and he was great in it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Obviously, what's his name? Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
I thought he was really good as Thanos.
Oh god, yeah. Well, we haven't spoke about Thanos yet. Thanos was pretty good. I think he was done well. He wasn't in the film that much, but he was in there enough to give that sort of...
Yeah, you don't want to overuse Thanos at this point, because you are building him up, basically. Like, it's more of an Easter egg cameo than an actual plot point.
Oh, yeah,
but
definitely.
If you're going to have Gamora, if you're going to have Nebula, you need to have Thanos in it. Like, you can't just not have him in.
No, that's the thing. You needed him there and stuff like that. He appears a few times. Few people speak his name, and he's there talking to the Creed leader and stuff like that. It's done really, really well. His performance, his acting. Because what happened was for this film, they said that he recorded his lines and then he gave all the facial expression, like mocapping stuff. For the facial stuff when it came to his performance. But the thing was, he wasn't actually there when they recorded his stuff. That's the thing, they used a stand-in instead.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I think when it actually comes, because we all know he's going to turn up in Guardians 3. So I think when it comes to that, I think he's going to actually have to be there in person, you know? The guy who's
playing. Yeah, he will be in person in those ones.
Yeah. I think just for Guardians, it's just he wasn't there as much because, to be honest, he's only there in flesh for like one scene, and then the rest of the time he's either he's just name dropped and he's on a television monitor talking to the bad guys, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think he is going to be in Age of Ultron as well, because obviously they've announced the casting and stuff, and he was on the panel with the Age of Ultron cast. Yeah,
I think he is going to turn up in some formal aspect. I'm guessing. Well, it's kind of confirmed that there's going to be another Infinity Gem.
Infinity Gem. Yeah, or Stone, as they're calling these.
Another gem's going to turn up in Age of Ultron. I'm guessing he's going to get his hands on it somehow towards the end. And there's only 2 stones left. That's the thing. That's the Time Gem. And what's the final gem that's been missing out the roster?
I'm drawing a blank at the moment. Apparently, though, Agent Carter, Peggy, is going to be in Age of Ultron.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because apparently Joss Whedon actually has written her a scene. So maybe the Time Gem is in that, and that's how she comes from the past or something. Because I doubt it's going to be like the Alzheimer's in a bed, like in a hospital scene thing again.
No.
I think it's more likely it will be the young version of her.
I think you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do that at some point. You know, you're going to have the characters.
I'm looking forward to the Time Gem being used though, because I'd love to see like a proper time travel story in Avengers stuff like that.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how the Time Gem is going to work. That's the thing, and how it's going to affect stuff like that. And it's interesting because we're building up this whole roster of people who working for Thanos. That's the thing. So Loki's still working for him. I think that's still pretty obvious. Yeah. And Loki already got two of the Time Gems.
2 of the Infinity Gems. Yeah.
Two. So. Yeah. Two of the gems. And the collector.
I like that we've finally got an explanation of what they are as well within the cinematic universe, because obviously the comic book fans knew what they were when we saw them before, but now we actually have like a explanation of what they are, where they come from.
Yeah, you needed to explain them. That's the thing, because
I was okay with keeping the mystery, but it was just nice that we do have that explanation now.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's nice that the gems are there and everything like that. And you know what's even more scary is the fact that this whole cinematic universe started back in 2008, and it's almost going to be 10 years of it in like 3 years.
Yeah, they've done a lot in, like, what is it, 7 years since they started? Like, they've done a hell of a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's remarkable how well it has got across to the audience and how everyone likes it.
Yeah, I mean, they tried something different by having an actual cinematic universe, and it's worked so well that obviously now DC is copying it.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I actually think that works better for comic book movies. They should have some crossovers. I mean, the last time it was tried with the Warner Brothers project was probably Supergirl, because that obviously was in the Christopher Reeve universe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the two last remaining gems are the Soul and Time Gem. Mm. So I'm guessing the Time Gem is going to turn up in Avengers 2.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, unless they do just have the old woman Agent Carter, or there's like a flashback with Captain America or something.
Well, they said they've got a Doctor Strange film coming out. It would make more sense if the Soul Gem was in that one, because that gem is all about collecting souls of the living and the dead and stuff like that, and that makes more sense to be in a Doctor Strange film.
Doctor Strange, I think that would be a smart move.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you've got any other thoughts on the movie, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah. Overall, film's good, I would say. I'm really excited to see Avengers now, with how that's going to lead into that, and not a bad film, to be honest. And I was impressed, because I'm not a fan of James Gunn one bit. But
I mean, I am a fan of him, but even I was impressed. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But obviously that's fine. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you everyone for listening, and we'll be back when the next big superhero movie comes out with another review.
Oh yeah, indeed. Thank you for watching.
And, is it still recording?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because the new Comic-Con video, the London Film and Comic-Con video, will be coming soon-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to give you a specific time on it, because there's a lot of footage and stuff like that. So
yeah, a lot of it.
So keep an eye out for that, because you'll see our interview with Vulcan Skull from the Power Rangers, and that's pretty awesome. So
yeah, boy.
Anyway, that's it.
Take care.
Bye.